Hey, I I made a video about reparations, and it wasn't even okay. It wasn't even really about reparations. It was about why reparations would never happen. And I guess the title caught a bunch of people's eyes who thought it was about reparations, but that's all right because some people wanted to comment it, and that's great because it gave me something to do, and that's awesome because computers busted right now, and that was a long time coming because the thing is really old, and like I said, it's a long time coming. I thought honestly it was going to happen like a year or two ago, so the thing kind of outlived itself pretty much. Um, so um, Gave me something to do. Um, don't have any games to play anymore, and watching stuff on the phone. Are you kidding me? I'm used to watching it on a screen. That one. Going to a phone screen from that? Are you kidding me? Ugh. I mean, that's like going from, I don't know, $400 billion to $200 billion. Ugh, talk about dirt poor. Man. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm just glad to have something to do because, man, look at this place. Oof. You know how most people have, like, I don't know, stuff and stuff? Woo, baby. Notice all the posters? Yeah. Not that I would have posters if, you know, I like had money and stuff. If I had like, if I had $1 billion, I would probably have to hire someone to spend the money for me. Because I'd be like, I seriously, if you give me $20,000, it at this point would be, I mean, if you gave me like $250,000, aside from like buying a car, because obviously you can't buy a house with that, but I mean, like, a car and a computer and a decent place to live, you give me that along with water, food. I I don't know. I can't really think of anything that I really want. I say this a lot. I'm a really cheap date. I'm very easy to please. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you could give it to, well, I was gonna say if you could give it to me, you could give me a surface to air missile launcher. One of those like truck SAM systems. That would be cool. But I mean, what am I going to use it for? And I don't even like the idea of owning a gun because I'm kind of afraid of what I'd do with it. I would either kill someone or kill myself, and yeah, I don't like the idea of that. Um, so that's kind of why I just never got a gun. I used to have a sword, but I lost that. And the sword didn't even have a hilt on it. Yeah, it was old and busted up. So, yeah, I think it was an old cavalry sword that was like, I don't know, from the Civil War, Revolutionary War, something. But yeah, um, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really going anywhere with this. Just kind of bored and rambling. Um, mm, I don't know. But yeah, the comments are just saying like uh, the let me try and remember what it said. Is it fair to um, make? I'm trying to think of the wording. Is it fair to make innocent people pay money to non-victims? I think it's something like that. And I, I mean, whatever. That seems like a non-argument because of the whole. I know those kind of people don't like the systemic injustice argument, but you really need to. You really need to, if you don't believe in the systemic, not systemic racism, but the um, piling up of generational wealth argument. And then there was someone that brought up, oh, after the Civil War, they also call it the War of Northern Aggression. Uh, um, like everybody was broke in the South. Well, okay, that I don't know much about. I do know there was a lot of war profiteering. Well, maybe not a lot, but there was definitely some. I mean, there's always war profiteering in a war. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not going to deny that. And there was a lot of, what do they call it? Uh, there's a term for that. Pillaging, but uh, raising. That's what it's called. Raising of towns and villages. And I am going to say that it was essentially necessary because you kind of had to, okay, first of all, this is going to sound a little brutal, but you started the fight, all right? I mean, it's documented. The first shots were on Fort Sumter, I believe, so they started the fight, all right? The explicit fight. I mean, I know there was a lot of tension beforehand. So the fight was started by the slave states, all right? So whatever. And I think it was Fort Sumter. A little tangent on that. Uh, the the first ironclad battle, they fought and they fired and they fired and they fired, and they ran out of cannons. They ran out of cannon shot, and then they just went back because the the uh, the armament that both ships had couldn't penetrate the armor. Apparently, that's apparently something I read. How true it is, I don't know, but what I remember from reading. Is that they had old cannon rounds instead of the armaments necessary to penetrate the armor on the respective ironclads from the northern ironclad and the southern ironclad. So I couldn't actually, neither one could sink each other, and they just ran out of ammunition. So they just had to be like, I guess we're going home now. Anyways, that was another tangent. So yeah, they're right. Getting back to it. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but that's fun. Um, and yeah, so there was pillaging and raising, and I mean, I don't know why that wasn't. I don't know why that isn't to be expected. Um, be because I think there was probably a calculated move to injure the economy of the rebel secessionist states even further than it had been suffering. Because even from the start of the war, their economy was not as developed as the Union, so they were kind of at a disadvantage in that respect. So yeah, and then once you got it kind of steamrolling, there you go. But back to the point about everybody was all poor and broke and everything. I can't verify that. I haven't done enough history research. I would posit that that fact is untrue, though. I would just venture a guess that's untrue. So, let me just say that. Now, like I said, I don't know for sure. Even still, there was a Reconstruction era. That's why they call it Reconstruction. You had a whole section of that in history class. I didn't pay attention to it because my high school era was what I refer to as the weed era, where I smoked weed. So I learned about the technology of pipes and bongs and joints. So it's a good technology, maybe. You can share your experiences with weed technology, and we can, back and forth on that. I don't smoke anymore myself, but maybe some of you do. There you go. Yeah. I was in a nice hazy cloud of smoke for a while, and I don't know. Maybe it was fun. I kind of don't remember a lot of it. Between the smoking weed and the having seizures and bonking my head all the time, well, so there you go. I kind of just didn't pay attention to most stuff. And I didn't need to, so, I did fine on the tests without even reading anything. So I don't know why, but that still kind of confuses me. But okay. Uh, yeah. Do. I guess that's it. Um, and I guess I'll just add this. Hold on. Would you pardon me for a minute? I'm going to look at the timer. Oh, it's 15 minutes. Let me add another couple minutes. I wanted to say this one last thing about the whole reparations thing. Again, video, I want to make this explicitly clear. Two things. The original video was not about the merits or any of that stuff of the reparations. All right. I believe it should happen. That's my personal beliefs. Everyone else can have their beliefs no matter how wrong they are or right they are, whatever. I don't care. It's a free country no matter how stupid you are. So, that being said, the video was about why it's going to never happen. Now, watch the video with that premise in mind. Please have that in the back of your head if you're going to watch the video. All right? Thank you. And also, I make videos and put them up, and then I got epilepsy, so I kind of just forget stuff that I say. I can't remember stuff I said, I don't know, 20 minutes ago sometimes. So, try not to challenge me on it too much. I mean, you can, because sometimes I'll remember it. It might take me a minute, but you can. Anyways, let me get back to what I was just saying, because now I remembered what I was just going to say. Okay. If the reparations thing happened, which again, it's not going to, but if it did happen, and it was a fairly sizable amount, like I said in the video, $100,000. So let's just say that happened. A hypothetical, purely hypothetical. If it did happen, English, speaking English. If it did happen, and millions upon millions of people that do not have millions of dollars, millions of people that have no saved income and are living on, well, money that I have basically, or, are earning 10 to 25, maybe 50 at most $1,000 a year. If they get $100,000 in a lump payment, what do you think they're going to do with the money? Oh, that's right. They're definitely going to open a bank account, put it in the bank account, and let it sit. Yeah, because they're going to do the exact same thing that every billionaire does when they get an extra $10 million bonus. They're just going to put it in their investment portfolio and just let it sit there. No. All of those people are going to take it and they're going to pay bills, buy groceries, do whatever they need to do, and it's going to go back into every economy that they're in, the local, regional, state, megalopolis economy, maybe even national economy, maybe even the world economy. A lot of it's probably going to go to Amazon, but it depends where it's going to go to. And I think I would predict that it would have a pretty big, it wouldn't be a trickle down effect, but it would be a kind of it would be a ripple effect through the economy. It might take a month or something like that before anybody else would see something, but yeah, there would be definite ripples, and it would probably be pretty quick. Actually, it wouldn't take like 10 years. I highly doubt it would be probably within a few months where you would start to see something happen. And then within a year, it would be something kind of dramatic, actually. Because businesses that were on the brink would suddenly, within a few months, they would be not on the brink and they would probably be hiring. Um, and at the very least, you would have more minimum wage jobs opening up really quick, and then probably the other higher wage jobs, like there's a steel mill and a sawmill right over here. They would probably be hiring because right now they have, a few months ago, they started laying people off. They would probably call back the people they laid off and they might even hire more people. So that's like local economy would probably boom right there. In this small town I'm in, it would probably be the ripple effect that it would get. So, I mean, and you could just multiply that by however many small towns there are in the United States. And then because of that happened, maybe Canada and Mexico would get some too. And I mean, it's just, use your brain and kind of just explore the possibilities. So again, I'm just saying, if you're a dumb white person who's like, well, why should we pay for blah, blah, blah? Well, just, imagine that maybe that would be the possibility. And again, honestly, it doesn't even really have to be, oh, we're just going to give money to descendants of slaves. There was a little bit of an effect with the those like $1,400 payments, but honestly, that was kind of dick, is what that was. It should have, if you really wanted to have an economic stimulus, you should have given something like $10,000 or $20,000 to people. I would have had a much bigger effect. It would have cost more, but I mean, how much money do they give in the form of tax breaks to obscenely rich people all the time? I mean, I realize Republicans are like, oh, you fucking poor people are always like bitching about the rich people. It's like, yes, of course we are. Of course we're always bitching about the rich people. Of course, liberals, Democrats, whatever you want, whatever label you want to put on us, are always bitching about the rich people. I don't know why Republicans and Republican voting based people aren't always bitching about rich people. You're poor too. Get on our side. Come on. Seriously, you need to get on our side, people. Grab a pitchfork with us. Damn. Join the club, all right? Just because, you want a job, just because you want a friend in the billionaire club, you need to hop the fence and get over here and be like, this shit needs to end, all right? Because Reagan and his buddies fucked all of us, and they've been fucking us ever since, and yeah, and they've been having a good time, and I think I want $200 billion more dollars. All right. Now, I didn't get the $200 billion, but it evaporated. So, well, he never had $400 billion, whatever. It was it was fake. Oh, well, whatever. Anyways, that's it. And hope you had a good time. That's all, folks. Oops.